Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are wondering, what exactly is this? It has been such a long time. I know. That is on me. That is my fault, ladies and gentlemen. But we are back. It is the Cafe Gracia experience, the usual weekend podcast where I have a lovely guest. We talk, we chat, we drink some water, and we make sure to have fun along the way. Could this be the intro moving forward? I have no idea, but you know how I am when it comes to this stuff. We love to improvise, but other than that, today's esteemed guest is another returning guest, and you know how I am. So, esteemed guest of this week, the floor is yours.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It really is. I'm really glad to do this again. It's been a while, and I'm just excited to bring the podcast back. How are you, Ali? How was the artwork? How's all that stuff since the last time we spoke?
It's been really good. I'm gonna be honest, I've been a little obsessed with Metopia lately, but the art world is going good too. I'm working on like 5 drawings at once.
Wait, 5 drawings at once? Wait, why? Why 5? Wait.
I have like so many drawings in my head that I just sketch them all out at once, and then I just have a million whips that I don't know what to do with.
Damn, I can't imagine though, because I'm not an artist, so I can't really think. But I hope to see it. Like I've said it last time, and for those that are new, I'll put the card up for when the first time you were here. I love your art. I love it so much. I really do. And Metopia, I forgot Metopia was a thing. Honestly, like I have not touched any of the new games recently. I gotta be honest.
It's just oddly addicting. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you could put whoever you want in it, but it's really cute. It's simple, it doesn't take a lot of energy to play, and it's funny. Like, in my game right now, my character and Bowser are fighting over Joker right now. Like, that's so good.
What? That's... No way.
We're both in love with Joker, and we keep fighting over him. It's so funny.
I will say, though, that I love on Twitter the creativity that people have with Metopia. Because, oh, man, from like the Kirby's to the Simpsons, that type of stuff, like the spectrum of characters that you can make in Metopia is just funny.
Insane!
It is insane. Like people do a really good job. Like I saw the Pyra Mithra one, or like just the Pyra one. I'm like, whoa! Like,
it's crazy. I saw someone recreate the Mona Lisa.
Wait, really?
Yeah!
Wait, are you saying like the face of the Mona Lisa or like the actual painting Mona Lisa?
Her face!
Oh, okay, because I was like, the painting itself? Damn, like, how did you fit that in a spherical canvas?
It is so uncanny. Let me see if I can send you a picture of it.
Oh, you gotta send it to me afterward. Oh, after this, I gotta see that. That's amazing. The Metopia. In terms of games that have released, I still have not touched Persona 5 Strikers. I have not touched Resident Evil Village. I have not touched... What else came out? I have Nier. I have not touched any of those games. I have been stuck on Xenoblade since the last time you were here. So how long was that?
Really?
Yeah, the only game that's been on my head has been Xenoblade Chronicles. I am legit I am this committed to 100%ing that game. Like, I am 80 hours in and I'm still not done with the game. Like, I'm only 3 chapters away from finishing the game.
Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, I will say though, I think I know why Prox has his handle as Prox. I find
Really?
Yeah, there's a character in Xenoblade called Prox. It's an NPC. So I'm like, Prox? It's like,
I'll ask him if that's why, actually.
Ask him. I think that's why. If he says yes, and I'm like, I know him too well. Cause he is a Xenoblade guy too, right? Yeah, like him, Koro, Jay, if you know who they are. I'm sure. Yeah. Like Koro especially just like Jay and Koro especially, they really love how like I'm in too deep into Xenoblade. They're like, yes, finally, we got one, boys.
Okay, I just asked him and he responded and he said unfortunately no.
Really? Because
It's just a crazy coincidence.
Wow, I actually thought that was to be the case because it's like Progs and then Progs. I'm like that must have been why. But all right, wow, okay, that is definitely a coincidence because holy shit. Like, all right, well, tell them I say hi. Love you, Progs.
Bet.
Okay, it's just like look. So yeah, I've been Xenoblade. I just love like I the world building especially now because the last time I ranted about Xenoblade with you, I was like in the beginning of the game and now I'm at the end game portions of it, and it's like the world building of that game is just so incredible. It's like this truly is an RPG game. Like the fact that you were beating up a rabbit to now basically almost close to beating God, like it really shows in Xenoblade more so than I've seen in any other like RPG.
That sounds amazing. One day I'll have to get into it. I don't know when, but one day.
I will legit tell Progs to annoy you to play Xenoblade until you play Xenoblade. I don't know much about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like I'm still iffy on wanting to play it because after I finish Xenoblade, I'm gonna go straight to Dragon Quest because I kind of owe Koro that as well. I also want to try out like that series and that like I want to play more RPGs that I have not, you know, besides like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's incredible. It's incredible. Is Miitopia technically an RPG or is that something else? That's me.
It's technically an RPG. It's like turn-based and stuff.
Oh, all right. Cause like I know of Miitopia because of the Smash stage that it has, and also like Megalovania when you put on it. Like that's the only reason why I know that stage exists.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. But that's nice. Did you also see, because it was trending like crazy, Union Cross, the ending of it?
I have not watched it yet. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I like to wait for it to come out to global before I watch it, because I like to see my little avatar in the cutscene instead of like the YouTubers.
Right, yeah, that's true. I didn't see it, because like, I gave up on that. Not on Kingdom Hearts, like I gave up on Union Cross because of like the fact that it kept throwing lore after lore after lore for no real reason. It's like, come on, man, like, come on, like really, like this is gonna be brought up in Kingdom Hearts 4.5 4D HD remaster someday soon. It's like, ah, man.
I honestly can't believe it's actually like over because I've been playing it since it came out and I've spent a lot of time and money into it and now it's just over. Like, wow.
That's funny, like, because in terms of gacha games, like I have not spent anything on a gacha game. I am a very patient person. If I don't get it then, well then I either don't get it or I wait until they show it up, like they reintroduce the whatever event, and I was kind of like the same thing with Kingdom Hearts, with Union Cross. I don't remember, it was named something else though before, Unchained X, that's what it was called before they branded it to Union Cross. So that's when I started, and then I stopped, and then I still have the save data, so if I ever do want to like replay it, it's there. But I'm not much of a mobile game person.
Yeah, that's fair. I believe if you have like the save data, once they like close the game for good, you can just watch all the cutscenes without having to play through the quests.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because if they're closing the game, then what's the point of playing it, you know?
Yeah.
I also say, like, in terms of mobile games that I do have, I have like 2 Final Fantasy games, Dragalia Lost. That I've heard that's actually a good one. And then like Pokemon Masters. And then like Emulation. I can't. Emulation.
Don't let them hear you say that.
I can't. If you have like, no, don't worry. Me and Nintendo Ninja, we're Gucci. After what happened last, like, in the lore building that I have, yeah, we're good to go. He ain't gonna do shit to me. Yeah, we Gucci.
For me, the only apps I really play is Union Cross. I used to play Mario Run a lot, but then I did literally everything on it.
Oh, I forgot about Mario Run.
Oh, I was so obsessed with it. And then I used to play Mario Kart, but then I stopped because I didn't get the Peach skin I wanted, and I got really mad.
Oh, I also forgot that I have Pokemon Go as well. Yeah, I know. I have not touched Mario Kart Tour as well. I have not touched that game. It's just that, like I said, I'm not much of a mobile game person. Other than I know of games that I played beforehand, like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Like I've played that when it originally came out, and then when Final Fantasy 15 was like a thing. So I was like, oh, they have Noctis in here. I want to get the Noctis banner thing, and I got him, and then it's like, oh, I guess I'll just keep playing. I already got what I wanted. Well, shit. But they have like updates. I think you would especially enjoy Final Fantasy Brave Exvius because they have Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora and Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora as units in their...
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they have...
Also, speaking of Final Fantasy 15, isn't there like the entire game as an app but with like chibi avatars instead?
Yeah, and it's also on the Switch. You're talking, yeah, the Pocket Edition. That's
yes.
I when it first came out, I was so confused. I was like, why are they doing this? Are they just milking Final Fantasy 15 as much as they milked it already? Because they like, here's the timeline of Final Fantasy 15 because it's a very fun and interesting timeline, but it's just stupid as well. Obviously, it was originally like Versus 13 back in 2006 when it was showcased at E3, and Nomura was like, yeah, we're gonna have edgy shit. This ain't no Kingdom Hearts, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like he wanted to bring something similar to like Final Fantasy 7 because that was also its convoluted child. And afterwards they're like, nah, and Nomura just didn't want Nomura as director, and then they switched to Tabata, I think that was his name. And then they changed to Final Fantasy 15, and that was in 2013. So the same year that they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, they rebranded Versus 13 into 15. And then they started milking it by giving us movies and anime, a DLC for Forza, because, and then they gave us the Royal Edition, and then like the Pocket Edition, and then more stuff, more mobile games showed up. It was just, they milked it like how Atlas is milking Persona 5. That's basically Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Wasn't there also a book?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think there was also a book. But Final Fantasy 15 just it needed more stirring in the pot, because it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. Like I don't think we talked about it the last time you were here, but the music wise, it had Yoko Shinomura, so it guaranteed music. It was gonna be the most amazing experience ever. Gameplay wasn't that bad either. It's an action RPG. It was completely different to what all the previous games were, and it was good. Combat was good. It could have used a little more tweaks here and there, but if it weren't for 15, we wouldn't have 16, if I'm being honest, in terms of combat. But I mean, then the open world could have been a little bit less empty. The story they had to cut corners, which is why there was like the DLCs that showed up.
Yeah.
Like the episode DLCs, and then afterwards they just stopped making the other rumored episodes that were going to expand on the plot. Like there's gonna be 2 more DLCs, and then they just stopped doing it.
Episode Luna, the one that the game needed so much. She was on screen for a solid 5 minutes in total.
Ali, I think I don't know what happened there with the audio. All right, we're back. So what were you saying?
I was saying, episode Luna, the most important one they needed, because she was on screen for a solid 5 minutes, I think, and then she was just yeet.
Yeah, she definitely needed more plot, like more screen time, more plot development. It's just, like I said, there was so much they wanted to do with Final Fantasy 15. Is that they just didn't commit to it.
Yeah.
Because and that and that was a problem that I had with it, because if you compare it to Versus 13, especially one of the earlier trailers that they had, where the combat was literally stripped, like the way the combat was set up was literally Kingdom Hearts 2 style combat. It had the command menus, it had like the floaty-esque vibe to it. It had everything from like when you played Kingdom Hearts 2. And it was just such a dark, more ambient like atmosphere. Like there was going to be a huge emphasis on Noctis and Stella, who was the original Luna Freya, and then obviously when all that was scrapped, they're like, well, fuck, what do we do now? So it really sucked.
Just bros on a road trip. That's the gist of it.
You know, bros before hoes too.
Mm-hmm.
But it just sucked. It really needed more, and that's why I'm happy to finally see Final Fantasy 16, because we have a different director, Yoshi P, and he actually knows what he's doing, because he's also in charge of Final Fantasy 14, a game that I'm still not touching until I build my own PC, because the current one that we have, yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
I still need to get into that too. Like literally all of my timeline is full of it.
Yeah, same here, and I don't mind MMOs, because the thing why I have not touched Final Fantasy 14 is because I'm not a big fan of MMOs.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather, it's not because I am like, oh, you're so lonely, you don't have friends, like fuck up. But it's more of like I what am I to do really? Other than okay,
yeah,
the main campaign, and then it's like it's the same reason why I'm barely like of the Monster Hunter. I'm a Monster Hunter type of person, because it's like most of the time you're gonna find yourself with people, and if you can't find like the right group to play, and it's like why did I spend money on this game in the first place?
Yeah, I get that completely. It's just more fun if you have the right crowd with you, but if you don't, then it's hard to enjoy it.
Right, exactly. And Final Fantasy 14 is like that. But hopefully I'll change my mind. I'm still trying to find. Here's the thing. I have every single piece that I need for my own PC. And guess what I'm missing?
What are you missing?
Just take a gander. Just guess.
The graphics card?
Yeah, the graphics card. I hate it. I hate it so much. I have everything. I've set it to a budget of $1,900. I have everything but the stupid graphics card. I hate scalpers.
God, I think I saw one of my friends say that in his country, one of the cards is like $12K for him.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that I understand, like, because of what happened last year, and so like production slowed down, and hopefully like roughly this year it'll like continue to be mass produced. It just sucks that scalpers just ruin everything for everybody. It's like, yay, I can't wait to get what I want. Yay, aw, shit.
I hate scalpers so much. Did you see that video of them going crazy over Pokemon cards in Target?
In Walmart. Yeah, in Walmart. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, really? You're gonna... First of all, Pokemon cards are for kids. Like, I don't mind buying, like, a few packs here and there just to make, like, video. Just to make a video and things like that. But at the end of the day, once I finish with those cards, I'll just like go around my my neighborhood or like my community and just be like, oh, you want some Pokemon cards? Here you go. Like I'm not gonna unless it is like one of those rares that I'm gonna be the scalper there and be like, haha, you wanted this card? 12K, motherfucker. Like I'm Uno reverse card then, but like why would I do that? Like wait in line and then just grab a card and then just like body slam someone just for a card of Pikachu's?
Exactly, and these are like grown ass adults doing this, and I'm like,
dude, like, damn.
Well, I guess screw the little kid that wanted to buy Pokemon cards today. Like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. It just sucks. And then, like, remember when the PS5 arrived? If you remember what a PS5 looks like, because I sure as hell don't remember what a PS5 looks like at this point. What even is a PS5?
People still can't get one.
Exactly. Nobody can. Joseph, like our friend Joseph on Twitter, he's like, fuck man, fuck Walmart. These guys are spending like 1K just so I can get a PS5. I'm like, poor buddy, man.
I feel so bad for him.
And then I remember Landy. You know Landy, right?
Yeah.
Landy had to wait almost 3 months just so he could play Miles Morales because they just could not deliver his PS5 on Amazon. He's just like, come on, man. I just want to play. And I think he had like 2 copies of Miles Morales just waiting to be played on the PS5. And it's like, fuck. Like, I feel bad. Like, it just sucks. But I will say,
that is so sad.
It really is. It really is. Shout out to the homies, by the way, if you're listening in, tuning in on the podcast. I love you guys. 220. But what I love is that I love how I think it was around the same time when the PS5 just stopped the whole scalper issue thing. I remember that there were like tweets and people talking about scalpers, like begging people to buy their stock of PS5s because nobody would buy off of them. I'm like, ha, serves you right. Should have left. You should have gave it to the 5-year-old kid that was like, Mommy, I want a video game console. And then it's like, no, fucking scalpers. And it sucks.
I wish all scalpers are very terrible. That's all. Yeah, all of them.
Like, God, it's like, what kind of mentality do you have to do that? To really, really do that? It sucks. It sucks.
I remember they also did the same thing for the Animal Crossing Hello Kitty cards.
That's a thing?
Yeah, so a little while ago, Animal Crossing came out these Sanrio amiibo cards so that you can get cute furniture in the game. And they were sold out literally 3 seconds of them being live.
Are you? Wow. Wow, that scalpers, dang. They really have a radar for that kind of stuff.
It was... I got lucky to get one, and it's not even because I bought it legit. My mom just knows people, and she got a pack for me.
Your mom works at Nintendo?
No!
Yo, Allie's mom works at Nintendo!
I know all the leaks, guys. Trust me, she works at Nintendo.
Yo, let's go! How does the baby say it? Let's go! I don't know. I can't do it. I can't think of the baby without thinking of Fidel now. Just as a tangent.
Oh god.
Like those two just got hand in hand. It's like it ain't.
That's fair.
Let's just do a fusion dance and we have the Fidel.
Fidel. What a guy.
I don't know if you were at his stream. He was streaming mobile games. Sonic mobile games because Fidel's just how he is. And he's like, alright, bet 300 subs for Genshin full stream. Guess what happened? Knowing his
oh my god.
They were close. Like Genshin, like I think people had connections to Genshin Twitter was like, yo, we need help. Like Spirit Bomb, come on. Like they were rallying the troops, and I'm there like, oh my god, Fidel, what have you done? You really are your own downfall. Like if there's a lesson to be learned with the game's cage, it is that you are your own downfall. Like
This is true.
It's just the way it is. Like that's just how it is. But no, I love him. I just love. Uh, man, the love that he has for Sonic though is something I'll give him credit because I love Sonic, but not to the level that he has. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I give him props for that. I mean, obviously I'll wear a Sonic suit, but that's just for a bit, for like the videos. Like that's like a bit I've created. It's no turning back now. Like if I ever do a Sonic video and not wear that suit, there's gonna be chaos. There's gonna be cancel culture on my part. It's like cancel Emmanuel. You didn't wear the Sonic suit on a Sonic video. It's like,
Oh no.
but no, but I love it.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if he secretly sleeps in a Sonic onesie.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I would. He's just like, damn. The Fidel slander here is real. I'm legit gonna clip this and just send it to Fidel. Be like, this is what Ali said. I didn't say any of this. I just went along with it because I was scared and frightened by the small girl. You know, she was sending me death threats. No, I'm just kidding. But I could just imagine him. He's just done with streaming. It's like 10. He just showers. He just like put on a Sonic onesie. Kind of has like the zipper in the middle. Like, you know what I'm talking about? He just like zips it up. He puts on the hoodie. He just grabs his Mithra pillow, body pillow, and just goes to sleep. Just.
Hey, that sounds like a comfy night.
It really does, though. Like, just think, like, just having a onesie in general, and then just falling asleep with a pillow. Just it could be any pillow. Just man, that's a vibe. That is a freaking vibe. That's for sure.
That is. What a life, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, though honestly, I would prefer just the shorts and the shirt and a t-shirt, and that's it. You know, that's good enough. Because you also got.
That's fair.
Yeah, because you also got to think about weather conditions. Like, I'm in Florida. There is no such thing as winter here. So
God.
Like, if I go onesie all out, I'm gonna be sweating like It's gonna be what?
You're just gonna die from the heat.
Exactly. It's like why did I do this? I live in Florida, damn it. Why?
Ugh.
I will say though, like the times that the lowest the temperature can get in Florida here is, it used to be 30 degrees. But then obviously as time went on and the whole idea of climate change, it's now roughly like the lowest it's ever been was like 50s. Supposedly,
Wow.
yeah, it has snowed once here in Miami, and I do not believe it one bit.
Yeah, that's Miami and snow does not go together.
Yeah, except it has happened before in the past. I'm like, well, damn. I kind of want to see snow. I have not seen snow at all. Like, I really want to see it. You know, like, come on, God.
I'll mail you some snow this upcoming winter.
Yeah, You're gonna need some serious below 0 degree packaging there. Just like no. And you know what's even crazier? I don't know if you saw like those Amazon stores that you can go in, and then you could just grab stuff and then check out when you leave. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I saw a video of that.
Yeah. Where the fuck are they?
I know, right?
I mean, I love Amazon. I wouldn't go there just to actually get stuff, but I mean, like, just the thought of having an Amazon store, just walking in and just be like, just for the memes. It's like, wow, Amazon has.
I feel like people talked about the Amazon store once, and then they just never spoke about it again.
Yeah, because the real store is online. Like, why? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, why did the bald man decide to say, oh, let's just build stores, if most of the time we're online anyway?
Exactly.
I don't understand. I don't really understand why. Well, he is bald, so
That is true.
I don't know how that correlates, but whatever. It's bald.
The balding caused you to make bad decisions.
I mean, think about it, Dr. Eggman. Look at him. At the end of the Sonic movie, you know, with Jim Carrey, he had hair, and then like, you saw a Sonic movie, right? Before I okay, yeah. You know, like just he got bald at the end and he became Eggman. So yeah, when you're bald, you make bad decisions. Look at Shino from Persona 5. I bet you when he had hair, he was vibing. I bet you. Wait. I bet you if he had hair, he'd be vibing. Yeah, we gotta make that into a shirt one day. Just like.
Yes.
If he had hair, he'd be bald. He'd be vibing. No, but okay.
Wow.
The exception to the rule here, though, is some call me Johnny. For the YouTuber.
Okay.
Yeah, he's. No, he may be bald, but he makes one hell of a good video. Well.
He's the exception.
He is the exception to the rule. That is true.
Oh God. I think we just villainized bald people.
And like people have villainized short people. It just comes and goes, Allie. Like we make fun of you, we'll make fun of them. It is what it is.
This is fair.
No, but seriously, drink some milk or something. Like at least from 5'2", go to 5'5". Come on.
I'm 5 foot. I wish I was 5'2".
You didn't have to admit to that. I was giving you 2 extra inches so you at least feel a little better. Come on, Allie.
I'm sorry. I didn't notice in time.
Come on. Like, come on.
Look. In the right shoes, I'm 5'2".
So Converse, because that is your aesthetic. I can't see any other thing other than Converse. Just
this is true. I think I wear Converse 99% of my life.
And I agree, because I also like Converse are my vibe. Although the Adidas slides that are now a part of my aesthetic is really good. Socks and sandals, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take that out of context, so you could put some slander on me and be like, yo, he
Socks and sandals.
I mean, I gotta be honest, like, if you remove the sock and you put your foot in it, there's some like extra space that it just feels so empty. But if you have the sock on and you put it in the sandal, that sounds wrong, but I'm still going anyway. And you put it in the sandal, the space is gone and it's so like nice and I'm stopping it right there. All right, okay.
Okay.
All right, okay, yeah, no, for sure, that's for sure being taken out of context. All right, but you get my point, right? You get the point.
I think I understand.
Yes, okay, you get the point that the sock and the sandal makes it nice.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good.
That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was I lost brain cells in that process. I have to be honest with you. I lost brain cells in that process. Okay, I'm like, what am I saying here? Did I just finish it? Yeah, exactly. Like, should I just keep go? I guess I'll just keep going. Fuck. Like, all right. Well, if I'll get the slander anyway, like, let's do it. But yeah. Have you seen the iCarly reboot or whatever?
Yes.
My god. What did you think of that? Because I have mixed feelings because
I also have mixed feelings.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where's Gibby, man? Do you think he's gonna have an OnlyFans? He's gonna have an OnlyFans. This is Gibby we're talking about.
I hope he does, honestly.
Yeah, like, you know, if they're gonna make adult jokes, they gotta do a not cringy adult OnlyFans joke. They gotta at least try that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a sitcom. They're obviously gonna have like those takes where it's like, alright, so what do you think of this? Ha 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 ha. I don't know. Like,
The fake laughter of audience.
yeah, exactly. You know, it's like I don't know if you've been told this before, but I was told by this when I was a kid that the laugh tracks were actually from like an old theater from like the 1920s. So we've been listening to dead people laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, when I first heard that, I was shook.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you gonna tell me this now? I'm only 10 years old. What the fuck? Let me watch Zack and Cody in peace, man. Damn.
God.
Like that really sucked. But shows like Friends, that was all live. That was actually like live recorded theater.
Ooh. I did not know that.
Yeah, Friends was legit just recorded theater. There was actual people that would pay, I guess they would pay to sit there and watch them perform and see them do bloopers and stuff. Kind of like the when you go to like the Jimmy Kimmel's, like the Jimmy Fallon's type of like a show, like those late night shows. It's like it was like that with Friends. Like you'd pay to see them perform, and you would also see that when it aired. And it was pretty.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, I wish sitcoms would do that nowadays. Because the laugh track is just too generic. You literally could hear that everywhere. But if you compare the laugh tracks that they put on like iCarly or any other, I don't know, sitcom show, and then you compare it to Friends, like Friends is more genuine. Because like it was at that moment. Like they were making those jokes at that moment and they landed too. Like it wasn't paid. They weren't paid to be sitting there and laughing. They were paid to watch a show. Like we paid money and we're watching a show here and they'll laugh regardless. Like if you look at the bloopers, they would still laugh no matter what. Like because they knew they would land the joke and they knew like the way they were gonna land the joke would be funny. Like so that's what makes Friends so special compared to any other sitcom out there.
I remember me and Prox were watching like the making of WandaVision. They actually did that for the first episode.
Oh really? They did?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because Marvel really like to go over the top. So I'm not surprised, but at the same time I am a little surprised though because it's like, they really made the extra effort. But I guess that makes sense because you remember that episode where Agatha was she kind of like showing like Wanda's past, and then there was like the stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like they built that stage, and then they would have people like live perform, like live react to it. Let's be.
I believe it was only for the first episode though, because then Corona really took place right after that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Corona. Aside from the beer. I mean, yeah. I just, I kind of lost track of it. Like, I'm going to be real. As soon as 2021 hit, we were like, what's COVID again?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's kind of like what happened to everybody. Where, regardless of what you think about COVID or how you reacted to COVID, I don't care. We talk about games and stuff, so no political commentary here. But like we can all collectively agree that we were like, man, fuck COVID.
God, yes.
Like as soon as January hit, we were like, fuck COVID and what the fuck is COVID? Like those two things just popped into our minds instantly. We're like, nah, man, that was 2020. Like, nah, this is 2021. It's like, oh, you're worried
God,
about...
I'm definitely over it.
Yeah, no, I'm done. With Florida here, everything's like recommended to wear a mask. So occasionally, well, like before they told me like, oh, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. I was like, oh, sweet. I can finally not wear a mask. Like, I'll still obviously like be distant from people, like, but it's like, yeah, I can finally walk into the supermarket without a mask. All right, neat. That's how I feel now. Like, and a lot of people are slowly into that as well. And it's like, I love seeing how there's a balance between people not wearing a mask and people wearing a mask because it kind of shows that we're finally moving from what happened. So I don't know how that is of where where like hold on, wait where again? Where are you? Where are you and Brock situated, huh? I'm gonna guess Ohio.
No, we're from New York.
Uh, well, I was close. I was right. I just needed to go more north. Yeah, I was right. I don't know how you guys are like that in New York. I don't know how you guys are handling that because, like I said, here, that's just how we're doing things here.
Out here, a lot of people are really like focused on getting vaccinated, but from what I've seen, most people still wear masks.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because, you know, the city and all that. It's and the trains and so many people.
Yeah, because here in Florida, we're different in the sense that, obviously we're distributing the vaccines. People are obviously allowed to have, be vaccinated, things like that. But they don't, it's not like they force you or anything. Where it's like, as long as you keep your distance, and it's like, yes, it's recommended not to wear a mask, regardless if you're vaccinated or not. Just don't be a dick about it. That type of thing.
Like, don't sneeze on people.
Right, exactly. Like you're free to wear a mask if you want to, or if you don't want to. Just don't be a dick. And I like that about Florida. Regardless of what you have to say in the political sphere, because I don't want to go into that. We're talking about games and stuff. We were just talking about Kingdom Hearts like 15 minutes ago. But when it comes to this tangent, I guess it's like I don't mind how it's being handled here. It's not. I think we're good as far as I'm concerned.
As long as people are safe, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like whether you vaccinate or not, just be safe. Just take your precautions. If you don't want to be vaccinated, it's okay. It's okay not to be vaccinated. Just don't be a dick about saying like, oh, I'm not gonna get vaccinated because this and that. It's like, no, I don't want to be vaccinated because I don't know if there will be some health issues that could impact me. Like, and that's valid. You get me? Like, that's valid. And then the same goes with people that also like are vaccinated. Don't push that on people because it makes them uncomfortable, and it's also a matter of privacy. We are technically not allowed to kind of publish our medical records because of HIPAA. I don't remember how that's like. So technically speaking, medical records are a right to privacy. So vaccines and all that stuff are a right to privacy. So that's also another thing. So regardless if you want to get vaccinated or not, it's up to you. Just don't be a dick about it, and do what you want to do. Just if whatever makes you safe, just do it.
Exactly.
So yeah. So anyway, Resident Evil Village. I have yet to. I have not. The tangent there, the immediate tangent. It's like, oh, we're gonna talk about one virus. We might as well talk about another one. Like, okay. Damn.
Resident Evil Village. Okay, so Chris and Carlos from Resident Evil 3 Remake have the same voice actor, and it freaks me out every time I hear Chris speak in that game.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's for me when it comes to Resident Evil games, I will spoil myself everything about what happens, and I'll still play it because I still love Resident Evil, and I don't care. Like, yeah, okay. You finished the game already?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, like the baby fetus.
Yeah. Oh God.
That'll still scare the shit out of me, that'll still scare the shit out of me when I play it. So, like, that's what I love about Resident Evil. I can spoil myself Resident Evil, and I'll still play it, and I'll still enjoy it. Like, oh shit, this is fun. But before I do dive into Resident Evil Village, I will say though that it tries too hard to be like Resident Evil 4, and I don't think that's a good thing, personally.
It's definitely a weird combo of 4 and 7.
Yeah, and I like how they paid homage to Resident Evil 4, but the homage is too much. Like the the merchant system with Duke, the story like the story beats from like the four lords, and in Resident Evil 4's case, you had to fight basically three lords to a degree. You had to fight the village chief, you had to fight the dude in the castle, the military guys, and then Saddler at the end.
Yeah, like 4 main bosses of the area.
Right, exactly. Obviously, in village case, it's five. And if you compare Mother Miranda to Saddler, they're the same person. Just one's an older Palpatine dude, and Miranda's a MILF.
A MILF?
Yeah. You thought people were simping for Lady Dimitrescu? Nah, they were also simping for Mother Miranda. Like, woo.
Okay then.
Yeah. But yeah.
I see where you're coming from though.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just that it kind of ruins the original elements that was supposed to be. What I'm saying is that it plays too much like Resident Evil 4 that you're playing Resident Evil 4. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I think I get it.
Yeah. It's like you collect currency, you can sell treasures, you can upgrade weapons. You legit go in a village, and then you go in a castle, and then you go into a military style base. It's like everything has the same beat to it. And
Yeah, I definitely was thinking that myself too.
yeah.
But it definitely seems like with the direction Capcom is going with the series, it definitely seems like they're just kind of experimenting with everything.
Right.
Cause
No pun intended.
Because from like the after credits scene after you beat the game and all that, like whatever Resident Evil was before, I'm gonna say that was like phase 1, and now we're into phase 2, which is something completely different. At least that's what it looks like.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I can understand that Resident Evil 7 and 8 are establishing a different continuity, but I think, how should I put it? Resident Evil story is just there, if I'm being honest. Like, if I'm being honest, the main story ended at 5. 6 was supposed to be something new, like a start of a new arc, and it kind of did that. But then then Revelations 2 showed up with Claire, they barely brought that up because apparently that was a prequel to 6. So they barely fleshed out anything that happened at 6. And then 7 showed up, and it's like, yeah, we'll just skip 4 years later into whatever the fuck happened in Resident Evil 6. We don't mention Resident Evil 6. And it's like, well,
like what happened there?
It's like you just skipped 4 years. It's not like, for example, like Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 were 6 months apart from their storyline. And then Resident Evil 3 was a few weeks before RE2, and then a few weeks after RE2. And that's 1998. Those 3 games was in 1998. Then we had 2000, which was Code Veronica. And then there's also another problem that I had. From 2000 to 2004, we had Code Veronica and then Resident Evil 4. So what happened from 2000 to 2004 in the Resident Evil timeline? It's the same.
So
it's the same feeling too. Actually,
it's crazy.
Actually, no. I think we can kind of answer that because with the Dark Side Chronicles, they had the Leon Krauser storyline, which was,
that's right.
I think that was either in 2002, 2003, but it was when Leon was starting to be like military, from his first RPD day.
Yeah.
His first day on the job. Shit, gotta survive.
Oh god, I feel so
Oh.
bad for him.
First day on the job. Objective, survive. Well, shit, that sucks.
My god.
But it is what it is. You know, I love Leon. Out of all the Resident Evil characters, you know, Leon is my number 1 and Jill's my number 2. I love those two so much. They're
Same. Oh my god.
and we haven't seen a game with those two together.
That is really sad. Honestly, what happened to Jill? We have not really seen her since 5.
Right, exactly. I really want another. Like, if they do Resident Evil 9, I want it to be a Jill story-driven game because, you know, Chris has been overused.
He's everywhere.
Leon's been overused, and not just Leon, but Leon and Claire has been overused. Like, when you have Leon, you're bound to you're 50-50 with having Claire in it. And
I feel like we've seen Leon a lot more than Claire, because with Claire we see her in 2, we see her in Revelations 2, and she's in Code Veronica, right?
yeah, she's in Code Veronica.
That's 3 out of 8 games.
Yeah, and
Of course the side games like Umbrella Chronicles and all that, but main story-wise, she's only in like 3 games.
yeah, and then the canonical anime series. They call it an anime, but it's the CGI film, the CGI series they're gonna have on Netflix next month. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, it's gonna be so interesting having Resident Evil 4 Leon being voiced by Resident Evil 2 remake Leon.
That's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be weird to me.
Honestly, this is slightly off topic, but I just remembered. Where's Rebecca? I miss her.
She was in what was the name of that Resident Evil? Was it Resident Evil Vendetta? I think.
She was in that, but like in terms of like games,
Yeah, no, just Resident Evil
I
0.
yeah, she was in 0. She was in 1 briefly, and then she was like a character you can buy in 5 for like the for one of the game
She was
modes.
also
But
in the.
I really like her.
She was also in the 3DS Mercenaries game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca's underrated, but I think they just didn't bother making her as a character because I felt like with the reception they had with Resident Evil 0, which wasn't too bad, but it was still kind of bad. They were like, well, fuck, how are we gonna use her in the main story? So I just think that they just couldn't fit her in any storyline, I guess, that would make her have to survive something. Because she's a medic, she's a doctor.
Yeah.
So she's barely gonna be like fighting and surviving and out. I will say though, now that I think about it, she is a doctor, so a Resident Evil game with her surviving a lab wouldn't be too bad of a game. I mean, we go visit secret labs anyway in Resident Evil.
Yeah, almost every game.
Yeah, so I mean, like, just having
I
that,
just
you
want
know-
to see her again, whether she's playable or not. I just want to know she still exists.
Yeah. I also hated how the Resident Evil 6 was hinting at a Jake and Sherry story game.
And
then
it just
they
never happened.
It just never happened. I'm like, well, what was the point of reintroducing Sherry as fucking hot ass? Anyway, and then Jake. And what was the point of all that, you know?
Really liked their campaign, not gonna lie.
No, honestly, if Resident Evil 6 did not have the campaigns, it would most likely have been either a full Leon story or a full Jake and Sherry story. Because Chris was just there.
Chris's campaign was my least favorite.
Yeah, like, Chris, I did not enjoy his campaign at all at 6. Because he was so bulky, he felt slow, and then, like, there was no impact with him other than what happened in Europe
Yeah.
But even then, you could have done that. They did that. They handled that well with Jake and Sherry. So Chris is just there. You
I
know.
did not like his partner either. I don't like Piers. Like,
Oh, I
I
had the
just felt
opposite.
nothing towards him.
I had the opposite effect. Piers was kind of like his moral ground to a degree, or I guess to put it bluntly, I think it was supposed to reflect his younger self because Piers.
Mm-hmm.
If you compare Pierce's design to Resident Evil 1 Chris, they look the same. So I guess
That is true.
I guess that was their intentions. Whereas like Pierce was supposed to be this like reflection of Chris, and then when he died, like that reflection of him is gone, and that's why he's like, "Fuck retirement, I'm gonna go edgy." And then Resident Evil Village showed up.
Oh God.
So I guess.
Didn't he? Wasn't Chris really like snappy with the waitress at the bar? He was just drinking his soul in.
I don't know what happened. I don't understand why they wanted to make Chris so edgy in RE6.
He was just an ass in the beginning.
Exactly, like Chris was never an ass. Like he needed to get things done no matter what happened.
Yeah,
You know?
but
And it just like what the like what why did you do that? I don't understand. But it is
oh, that was so sad.
yeah. So, but I liked Pierce. I liked how he was always there and like he at least tried to reason with Chris at certain points where he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like whoa, like Chris was kind of like was kind of not only like a younger version of Pierce, I mean, but he was like his son or something. Like,
I can see that.
yeah, it was like his son. But they didn't have to do him dirty like that. Like, damn, really? Like at the final
Yeah.
boss? It's like, come on.
It is a lot of fun if you're doing two-player though, playing as mutated Piers.
Yeah, that was pointless. What they did with Pierce, they could have made it out alive, honestly.
They just really had to drive like, oh, emotional ending. Let's kill him off.
Yeah, you know, oh, we killed the rest of his squad off. We might as well just kill the last one. That was actually pretty nice to him. Like, well, fuck.
Speaking of the multiplayer mode, Ada's campaign does not work with two-player. It is so bad.
Because she barely has a partner in her campaign. It's just her.
She doesn't have one at all. The partner is imaginary.
So then what, like, how would you have a two-player mode? Like, what? It would be like Super Mario Galaxy, where it's like you point the... It's like, look at the star bits over there! It's like...
Basically, they give her an imaginary friend who's not in any cutscenes. He can't open doors. He can't interact with the puzzles. He's just there.
That's just...
And the only thing you can do as him is fight enemies. That is it. He does not exist anywhere else, and he also doesn't function if he's too far away from Ada.
Wow.
Like, he straight up just freezes in place, and whenever she uses her hook line thingy, he just teleports to her. Just... It's so bad!
I honestly forgot about Ada's campaign, too. Resident Evil 6 could have just not have had Chris. That's all I'm saying. Just
That is true. I feel like he was just an unnecessary element to the story.
He's just there. Sherry though.
Sherry's campaign was so good.
Oh yeah, the campaign. Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, the campaign. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely the campaign was. I like the.
God, the one part where they're like taken away and they're all wearing just a hospital gown.
Yeah, I remember that. And then Jake being Jake, just like.
You could see everything in those gowns. Wow.
Yup. I liked their like relationship. They were like, cause they
were
the
cute.
Same, yeah, exactly. Like they had the same like upbringing. Their dads basically performed experiments on them, and just them just trying to get away from a nemesis type of goon was really nice to see as well. It was just amazing. I love them.
Yeah. Same. They're so cute. I'm so sad. We're probably never gonna see them again. That's the worst part.
Damn. Damn, you're right. You're right. If there's one thing Capcom needs to learn with Resident Evil, is that don't jump too much within the years, because there's just so much gap.
Yeah.
So like just keep things like consistent, like how they did from Resident Evil 1 to 3, even though it's literally on the same year,
Mm-hmm.
but everything tied up so well within it. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. Because the story does jump around so much. Like, at one moment you're like, okay, so this is happening. And then the next moment it's like, oh, something completely different is happening now. Okay.
Right, exactly. But I don't know. Still excited. I can't wait to play Resident Evil Village after Xenoblade. Oh no, wait, I said Dairy Queen 11 first. Then I'll play.
Bruh.
What? What did I say?
Nothing.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Damn it. Putting words in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess it's time.
Oh, wow.
You know, yeah. Aside from the little hiccup we had, which thanks to the power of editing, you know, we kind of reached the hour. I think a little overtime as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, it was nice to have you. It was nice to have you back, Ali. Like I said, you're always welcome to be here a third time or a fourth time or a fifth time. Any last words before I end? The usual things like that.
Remember to drink water, stay hydrated, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
That's what I like to hear. All right, yeah, that based right there. Not even based, goated. Yeah, yeah, that's facts. All right. As for me, you know what? You know how I love to end my videos. Keep smiling, keep being amazing, beautiful, sexy motherfuckers. Keep improving. Keep spreading love and kindness to the world, and know that I will always love you guys to 120 forever and always. And I hope to see you all in that next beautiful, sexy video.